I bet you can hear me now. Right? Whole fucking thing's not working. There. That fixed that annoyance. I don't know why it's such a pain in the ass sometimes. Alright, anyways. So, a friend of mine had some programming problems for me to do, so I figured I'd do them because I want to. So this should be a very short stream. So the first one is for me to write a function which accepts a temperature in Fahrenheit and returns the equivalent temperature in Celsius. Hint, the formula to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius is that. Alright, so let's do that first. So let's make a function. He didn't give me a name for it, did he? Nope, no name. Alright, so I'll call it a convert to Celsius. It's going to return, I guess, a float. It's going to take a float of Fahrenheit. First, your prototype. Maybe I'm zoomed in a little too much. There we go. Function prototypes here. Function definitions here. Alright, so we're going to write down that formula. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. So if I do cout convert, I am missing something. If I convert 32 Fahrenheit, it should come back with 0, which is correct. And if I do, what was it, 212, I think? Should be about 100. 100. Nice. It works. Alright, so that's the first function done. Second function says make a function called ETA, which takes a distance in miles and a speed in miles per hour. That's exactly what it is, Fade. It's a temperature converter. Which takes a distance in miles and a speed in miles per hour, and it returns a string that displays the hours and minutes until arrival. So a function call to ETA 80 miles at 55 miles per hour should return the string 1 hour and 27 minutes. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, so function prototype, it's going to return a string, which means I need to include strings because I don't know what they are. So now I'm including strings. Return a string. It's called ETA, and it takes 2 integers. The first one being the distance, the second one being your speed. Alright, so here's our prototype. Now we're going to go down below main, paste, make a body for it. Alright, so let's see. How do I do this? Let's see, so calc. So if I have 80 miles to go, and I'm going 55, then I times that by 60. Alright, so that's it. Float time is equal to the distance divided by the speed divided by 1.0. That should convert it properly. Then Should I have made it a freaking float? Not really. Hold on. 80 divided by 55 without the float. Oh, I need the float. Yeah. I need the float. My bad. Time times equals 60. Now I can convert it to an int. Int minutes is equal to time times 60. Alright, so now return, I shouldn't do that. If minutes is greater than 60, that, else, alright, so return what? Return minutes slash 60 to string hours to string. This is actually kind of challenging. I can't really explain my process. Minutes. Plus minutes. Return. Otherwise, return what? This part. That should work. Alright, so let's see. Cout. What did I call it? ETA 80. We'll use their example. 8055. And we'll to string it. See if that works. I should see 1 hour 27 minutes. I do. 1 hour 27 minutes. Alright, the only downside is if I give a 0, it should kill the program because I'm dividing by 0. Oh my god, it didn't. Well, we're still going to put a safety check, so. So yeah, if you put in 0 speed, screw you for trying to crash me. No, we'll return the truth. You will never get there. Never. You're not moving. There we go. Alright, so let's see. If I'm going 100 miles per hour, or if I'm trying to go 100 miles and I'm traveling 50, you should tell me I got 2 miles to go, or 2 hours. 2 hours, sweet. Let's try random numbers now. How about that huge distance, maybe not so much, and you're going, I don't know, 13 miles an hour. 18 hours exactly, bullshit. I call bullshit. Calculator, 13 times 234. 3042, is that what I put? 234 divided by 60. There's something wrong here. 234 divided by 13. Oh my god, I typed it perfectly. Are you kidding me? I picked 2 perfect numbers. There we go. 19 hours 30 minutes. Let's see if that's correct. 234 divided by 12 should be 19.5. Yeah. Okay, good. That's good. That's amazing. I picked some numbers that just worked. Let me minimize main. I find it really hard to look at this zoomed in, you know? Maybe zoom out a little more. Kind of hurts my eyes. Put some space between stuff. Alright. You show runtime? I haven't even played it yet, dude. Let's see. Next function. A function which takes a character and an integer as arguments, and it returns a string consisting of that character repeated by the number of the int. So if you called your function repeat string, then call like repeat string star 12, would return the string, and I assume that's 12 stars. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, 12 stars. Okay, gotcha. No problem. So let's make it. First we'll make our prototype. Returns a string. It's called repeat string. It takes a char, the letter, and it takes an integer, number of times. Now let's go to the bottom. Make our function. Start with a string of nothing. String answer is nothing. For unsigned int, I don't know why. For int ii equals 0. Ii is less than the number of times. Plus plus ii. Answer plus equals letter. Return the answer. Should be it. So if I see out repeat letter A 5 times. What? Oh. Oh, repeat string, my bad. A 5 times. And if I spit out B 3 times, and I spit out C 7 times, and just to do the example, spit out star 12 times. That should work. I should see A 5 times, B 3 times, C 7 times, and star 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, it worked. Cool. Next. A function that takes an array of strings and reverses the order of the array. We've done this in class. I just want you to encapsulate that solution as a function. Note, when passing arrays in C++, you should know that what is being passed is a pointer to the first element. More on that next week. But you can still use the array in the receiving function like normal, except for one thing. You cannot calculate its value using size of. So you will need to send a second argument with the size of the array and have a parameter ready to receive that input. Cool. Makes sense. Alright, so let's make our function prototype. Did he give me a name? He didn't give me a name. So I'm going to call it reversify. And it takes an array of strings. What should I call it? The strings. And an integer, the number of strings in the array. Is that right? Yeah. So I knew you were going to be weird. I think I got C# on the brain, right? Is it that? No. Yes, maybe. I don't know. Just go down here and get this done. Alright. Prototype. Alright, so what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to reverse the order of the array. So we will need a for loop. For. Actually, I think I'll do a while loop. Int end index equals num strings minus 1 while end index is greater than start index, which I haven't made yet. Int start index equals 0. Hey, Game Boy. Would it be weird if Donald Trump was president? Yes, it has been a rough time. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to need a temporary string as well. strings sub start index is overwritten by the strings sub end index, and then the end index is overwritten by the start. Then start index will move forward, end index will move backwards, they'll meet in the middle, and that should reverse it. I guess I have to leave it alone, right? Oh, no, I'm not returning anything. Alright, so if I make, it should be done. So if I make a string array, so let's see, string of the strings, we'll make 5 of them. Alright, who wants to help me make a bunch of strings? Let's see. First guy. Can I do that? Well, let me do that. We'll find out. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Ness. String. Lock. String. Diablo. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more string. We'll go with fade. There we go. Should be an array. If that builds. Yeah, it does. So if I call for int ii equals 0, ii is less than 5, ii plus plus, we're gonna write them all to the screen first. Then we're going to reversify them. Then we're going to once again spit it out to the screen. And now we're going to make little dividers between the stuff because I'm spitting out too much shit to the screen. There. So I got nice little dividers between all of them. So when I run this, first guy, Ness, Lock, Diablo, Fade, which is correct. I call Reversify, and after that, it's now Fade, Diablo, Lock, Ness, first guy. So it definitely worked. Alright, so I finished that function. So that's all for this one. Now, let's see. Optional hard mode. Do the third method above with a recursive function. So what was the third one? The third one was the character repeater. Alright, so we're going to rewrite my character repeater, but we're going to make it use recursion. Alright, so let's see. Repeat string, returns a string, char letter. Okay. Answer. If II is if the number of times is greater than 0, return that's it, really. I think I might have got it wrong. We'll find out. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Then what? You're never subtracting from num times, so that would be a... Oh yeah, I'm right there. Alright, so... that'll get you down. I think that's all I gotta do. Of course, I gotta get it to freaking work. There you go. Oh, now you don't know what the fuck it is up here. My God. Fine. Plus, 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 plus. Find out. I'll either have one too many or not enough. Alright, so run it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I knew I fucked that up. I got one too many. So in other words, you don't belong. Just return answer. Right. What? Oh, god damn it. How many times am I gonna do that? That's like 4th time I've done that. And now I fucked it up even worse. Ugh. You know what I need to do? I need to rewrite this shit. I'm trying to fix it. Instead, I should just rewrite it. So here. There you go. Alright, so... string answer. It's nothing at the beginning. The number of times is greater than 0. So it first comes in, it's at 5. So it's going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, do it. 4, do it. 3, do it. 2, do it. 1, do it. Okay. Then just call with the letter. And now the number of times goes down 1. So that will stop it from repeating forever. The answer is going to add to that. So it should wind all the way up to 1. Boom. Boom. That should work. And then just return answer. Nothing at all. You know what? Fucking breakpoint. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because you're returning blank every time. You need to return the letter. I'm having such a hard time doing that though. How the fuck do I escape that? Can't believe this is kicking my ass. Simple ass recursion. Watch it again. Five, 4, 3, 2. It's because of that right there. 1. Now it's 0. And Answer is nothing, and that's why. Returns nothing. Answer gets nothing, which then gets more nothing, which then gets more nothing. Exactly. When I'm at 0, I need to return the letter. What just happened? Okay, here's one thing. Here's a big complaint I have about Visual Studio. All of your open files, they show up here on the left. But then you see this code and it's like, this isn't my file. And so you look up here and it's like, well, the only file open is my file. And then you realize, oh, no. Over here on the right side is files that I didn't open. It's like, why would you put this here? In my opinion, this tab should be right there. Right? Doesn't that make sense? Thank you. See, that's the way that should be. Don't be weird. Don't be fucking weird. Alright, I gotta figure out how the hell I'm supposed to do this. It's actually kind of kicking my ass. If num times is greater than 0, then return that part I know is right. Else just return the fucking letter. Such a hard time getting one fucking letter in a string. Please. Copy this. There's that. Is that right? Would that do it? I wouldn't need that. Fucking breakpoint. Number of times. 2, 1, 0. Return one letter. Return. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still one off, so I can just cut it off by 1. Cut it off by 1. So there you go. Problem solved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 12. It's good. Man, I don't know why that one was kicking my ass so bad, but it was. Alright, and then there's one other thing. Let me pull that up. Where the hell's Discord? Alright, Discord. So this one is... This week I want you to write a program that contains a structured definition for a struct called employee. The struct should represent an employee with 3 member variables. His name, which is a string, his pay rate, which is a double, and his hours, which is a double. Then write a function called calculatePay, which takes an employee as an argument and returns the amount of money they need to be paid this pay period. Employees should be paid time and a half for all hours over 40. You should set values for the employee's hours and pay rate before sending it to the function. You could use the following code in your main function to test that your struct and function are set up properly. Alright, cool. Let's do it. Once again, doesn't sound too bad, but same with the recursion. You saw how that worked out. Alright, so first we make the structure. It's called employee. An employee has a name. An employee has a pay rate. And an employee has hours. So that was the first step. Second step is they want us to make a function called calculate pay, which takes an employee and returns the amount of pay you have to pay him, so a double. Oh, you know what? Let's actually have the guy exist before we have functions that take them. So scroll down. Here's our guy. So double amount owed starts at 0. We don't owe him shit at the beginning. Then we're gonna check his hours to see if he got more than 40. If the guy dot hours is greater than 40, else. Alright. Overtime must be calculated if he had more than 40 hours. Otherwise, no overtime, return simple math. So the simple math would simply be return the guy's hours multiplied by the guy's pay rate. Bam. And that would give you how much you owe him. Of course, amount owed wasn't used there. Alright. So now, in here, it's a little different. So let's see. Overtime must be calculated. First pay his usual pay rate for his 40 hours. So, amount owed plus equals the guy's pay rate times 40. Now figure out how many hours he has over 40. The guy's hours minus 40. There you go. Now pay this rate at 1.5 amount. So amount owed plus equals the over 40 hours times his pay rate times 1.5 time and a half. Then when we're done, return the amount owed. That should work. Unless I did something wrong on my math. So we're going to take his little thing he made. He made an employee. He called it A, not very creative. Their name was Sterling Archer. Their pay rate is $18.50 an hour. Their hours is 55. Alright, so before we even run this code, I want to calculate what the math should be. So let's see. Calculator, 1850 times 40, 740 right there, 740. Now take the other 15 times 1850, 277, and then 1350 divided by 2 times 15. 138.75. See if I did that right. Add them all up. Oh God. It is supposed to be that. I don't know if my math's going to come out right. 115625. 115625. I calculated it right. I got it done. Cool. Was that it? That's it. Alright, so that was it for this programming stream. I just wanted to do those problems. I got them done. I'll probably do some streaming later today of some kind of game. Probably Diablo again because I love that game so much. So thank you very much for watching. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button. Other than that, you guys have a nice day. See you later.